is Susie Davies-Splitter. I'm a music educator, musician and composer, and have been involved with Music Countersin for 9 years, teaching the song in various schools and providing professional development for educators in Victoria. I'm thrilled to be working with ASME, Australian Society for Music Education, and Music Australia to present this workshop about this year's Music Countersin program. I respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and community. I pay my respects to them and their cultures and to elders past, present and emerging, for they hold the memories, the traditions, the culture and hopes of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people across the nation. Let's have a look at the goals for this workshop. We're going to look at what is Music Countersin, about the song, the challenges we face in 2020, so what can we do? We're going to look at the website, how we can register, look through some of the teacher resources and YouTube educational resources. We're going to learn the song and we're going to do some hands-on simple and practical activities to complement the Music Countersin resources that are already up on the website. And we're going to have a chat about how can we celebrate this song on the celebration day in November this year. All right, so what is Music Countersin? It is the education program of Music Australia, and it's there to raise the profile and help celebrate the value of music education throughout Australia. In 2005, I attended the National Review of School Music Education. And this was a collection of 200 educators and music educators. And what we realised was there was a real lack of music education in schools around Australia. And so that was the impetus for getting this program started. It's funded by the Australian Federal Government. It's free for all schools throughout Australia, primary schools, secondary schools, special schools, and even preschools as well. It's appropriate for all teachers and students. It's written by students for students. It culminates in a national celebration day where close to 1 million students, which is very exciting, they sing the same song on the same day at the same time. And this year it's on Thursday, the 5th of November. And there are free and extensive music resources for teachers. So you can see those diagrams underneath. So 8,000 plus teachers have been involved in the program. 3,500 plus schools are involved, and we're getting very close to the 1 million mark of students that are participating in this program around Australia. So it's super exciting. About the song. So this year's song is called You Won't Bring Us Down, a song by students for students. And every year that I've done the song, I've listened to it and thought, yes, this is a good song. And then after playing it hundreds of times for my students across the school, I always end up loving the song, and so do my students. So the program ambassador every year is John Foreman. And every year a different program mentor is chosen. This year it's the fabulous singer-songwriter Leo. There is a national competition that goes out and students can apply to be part of the very small team to help create the song. So this year 4 students were chosen: Eve Cooper, 13, from North Hobart; Greta Lynch, 14, from Western Australia; Trent May, 16, from Queensland; and Ava Sharp, 13, from Western Australia. There are fabulous free resources that are available on musiccountersin.org.au. You can register, log in and head to the For Teachers area, and I'm going to show you how to do that if you're a newbie to this program. If you are an experienced Music Countersin teacher, just bear with me while I just take everyone through that. As you can see, there are lesson plans, special education tools, teaching videos, there's MP3 tracks, there's lots of notated scores, there's even Braille that can be used on request, there's animation videos, there's a whole suite of Indigenous resources, and there's Auslan translation. So there's just such a range of fabulous resources. I am going to now take you to the website, and we're going to have a look at, we're just going to have a very brief look at the videos, a couple of the videos. There are many, many videos. We're going to have a look at a couple. We're also going to check out the teachers section, and you can literally download, there are 4 MP3s you can download, which consist of vocal tracks and instrumental tracks, lyric sheet, extensive lesson plans. I think it's something like 83 pages. There's braille lyrics available, lead sheets with lyrics, chords, notated melody line, and there's all kinds of instrument arrangements if you have instrument ensembles. So it's great for your classrooms so that your kids can play percussion instruments. There's recorder, piano, ukulele, guitar, orchestra, big band, wind band, string groups and choirs. So there's just everything that's been covered, and I'm going to add some more today as well. So I'm going to show you the website. Also, there is a heap of YouTube educational resources. So there's a video on how does it work, a video on creating the song, recording the song. There's a lyric video with the words, a song video with the animations. I'm going to show you a couple of these. Song video with the Auslan and translation videos to accompany that. It's absolutely awesome, and I'll show you a little bit of that. Animated scores for choir, percussion. There's a stick game, glockenspiel, Indigenous videos, as well as a whole heap of professional development videos. So you can have, you know, lots of fun exploring all these amazing resources. So let's have a little look, a little peek into the Musicalis In website. Okay, so when we put the URL musicalisin.org.au, we come to this page, and you can see there's a lot of menu items across the top here, and you can have a look at the About tab. It tells you about the song. You can go to the creation of the song, read about Lior, our music mentor, and then the next thing you need to do is go to register. So go in there and fill out all your details, and once you've registered, you can then go to the For Teachers tab. So basically all the resources are in here for teachers. So let's have a quick look. So as we scroll down, you can download the MP3s, you can download various instrument parts, lead sheet, lyric sheet, all those kinds of things. So I suggest that you do that. And then go into this tab here, YouTube playlist. So we go in here, and we're going to see along this right hand side a whole host of videos. Like, there's just heaps of videos. All right, let's have just a little look, let's get a little taste of the Music Count Us In lyric video.
To share, don't pretend that we're not there. This is our time to sing our song. Don't tell us that we're always wrong. Sometimes you just want to sing out, but it's hard to find the words. One voice may not seem to be strong, but together we can be heard. Even though it can be hard to stand our ground, it won't bring us down. Crazy times we're living in, heads are spinning round, it won't bring us down. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. This is our world, it's all we have.
Back in the For Teachers tab, we're going to have a look at the animation video. We'll just have a look at a little snippet of this. beautiful. Now we're going to have a look, I'm going to go back to the 4 teachers, and we're going to have a look at the Auslan video, which is also just superb, just a beautiful, Auslan is such a beautiful language.
This is our world for us to share. Don't pretend that we're not there. This is our time to sing our song. Don't tell us that we're always wrong. Sometimes you just want to sing out, but it's hard to find the words. One voice may not seem to be strong, but together we can be heard. Even though it can be hard to stand our ground, it won't bring us down. Crazy times we're living in, heads are spinning round, it won't bring us down. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. This is our world, it's all we have.
Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we're back in the 4 teachers tab, and I just want to show you this tab here, YouTube playlist for professional development. There's quite a few videos in here also that you can have a look at and listen to. Okay, so obviously we have a number of challenges for 2020. And will we be teaching face-to-face in Term 4? Hopefully, yes. Will it be a combination, remote and face-to-face? Who knows? Will we be able to sing? Can we at least hum if we can't sing? Will we be able to play instruments? Maybe we won't be able to play wind instruments. How should we clean the instruments? We've got to contend with social distancing in our classes. Will we need to wear masks? We need to be washing hands regularly. So there's all of these challenges that we need to contend with. Perhaps a few solutions. What can we do? Hopefully chanting, humming, actions, listening, moving in place, body percussion. We can read the lyrics. We can certainly discuss the song and the meaning and the message. We can put the beat on our body, and the beat hopefully on instruments or homemade sound makers. We can explore and learn about rhythms. We can write, we can explore, create, improvise, collaborate. We can certainly learn the Auslan signs and hopefully play instruments. A suggestion that we can all do, we could have instrument packs. And this has been on lots of Facebook groups, and people that have been doing webinars have discussed this, and I know there are a lot of teachers doing this all around the world. So where you can have a Ziploc bag or a drawstring bag, and in there have a whole host of things that you find around the house that you can collect, found objects, kitchen instruments, things like sticks, plastic containers, plastic plates and spoons, maybe a small metal can, homemade shaker and scraper, things that we find outside like a Ponciana seed pod, pencils with erasers on the end. I'm going to show you those. They are fantastic. And you, of course, can use chairs, stools, tables, anything that you can find that is in your environment. So we're going to have a look at those. Here is a slide with the words and the form of the song. So you can see really clearly in one slide everything. It's like the road map to the song. So make sure you print that out and you have that at the ready when you are teaching this. So now we're going to explore lots and lots of different activities, including body percussion, movement, instruments, homemade instruments, kitchen instruments, traditional percussion instruments, off instruments, ukulele, piano, all kinds of activities to enhance what's already there on the website for the resources for teachers. So I hope you enjoy these next activities. noticed, we did actions according to the sections. So for the verse, we did these actions, and there were 2 verses. Then it was the pre-chorus, and in the pre-chorus, we did this. For the chorus, which comes into the song quite a few times, we did these actions. And then for the refrain, the na-na-na section, we did Okay, so what kind of actions can you come up with, either individually or in a small group? One thing I do want to say is I was very mindful about doing actions that cross the midline. We have 3 midlines. We have one here. So I did one action that crossed that midline. We have one down the side here. So front to back. So we did that action. And we have left to right. So we have a midline down here. And so we did this, crossing the midline like this. What actions can you come up with to cross the midline? This is really, really good for our brains. It's like brain gym. See what you can come up with. We're now going to create some movements to accompany each section of the song. So once again, copy my movements as you get to know the song.
This is our world for us to share. Don't pretend that we're not there. This is our time to sing our song. Don't tell us that we're always wrong. Sometimes you just want to sing out, but it's hard to find the words. One voice may not seem to be strong, but together we can be heard. Even though it can be hard to stand our ground, it will bring us down. Crazy times we're living in, heads are spinning round, it will bring us down. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
It's now your turn to go and make up some movements. There are 4 sections and they're very clear. There is the verse, there's the pre-chorus, the chorus and the refrain, which is the na section. So you need to create 4 different sets of movements. In each section, see if you can have plenty of repetition. So when something keeps repeating in music, we call it an ostinato. So see if you can create some movement ostinato parts for each section. Another thing to keep in mind, if you create something where you're moving forwards or moving your arms forwards, make sure you come back or move your body back. If you're moving to the right, make sure you then move to the left, and so on. So it's a matter of having balance in the body, and again, it's really good for the brain, just like crossing the midline is. So have fun with that. One of my students' favorite games is this movement game, and it's had various names over the years. This is an example of what you can do for locomotor movement if you are allowed to do this. So in the verses, you could literally just be putting the beat on your body, anywhere on your body, bearing in mind perhaps crossing the midline, because the kids love to come up with different ways that they can do that. The pre-chorus, moving around the room. Chorus, dance on the spot. Refrain, make waves with your hands, or it could be make waves with any part of your body. You could make waves and do it with your legs, and do it shoulders and your head, and you could also do that with a partner. So let's have a look at the form of the song. So it's really important that you play the song many times over a number of weeks, so that your students just get to know it really well and they can identify each section. This time we're going to create some rhythm patterns. I want you to listen to this song and copy my rhythms. I'm going to create some rhythmic ostinato patterns. So they're going to be repeating and they're going to change though for each section. And then after I do that, see if you can identify from this list of rhythm patterns which ones are used for which sections. Here we go. Okay, so let's see, what did I do for the verse? Bum, 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 bum. So it's at the top, third rhythm along, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, and it keeps repeating for the verse. For the pre-chorus, I did rest, rest, ta, ta, rest, rest. And you can see that's the very first one. For the chorus, ti ti ta, ti ti ta, ti ti ta, ti ti ta. I put that rhythm on my chest and it's the very last one, ti ti ta, ti ti ta. And for the refrain, ta 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 ta, ta 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 ta, with a little movement from side to side. So that was fun. Okay, the next step is you can go and create your own rhythm patterns for the various sections. You can use these rhythm patterns, which are just made up of tas and titis and zas for the rests, or you can create your own rhythm patterns. So have fun with that. Okay, let's have a look at my collection of instruments and homemade sounds and things that I've found just around the house. We can take the whole concept of rhythms, those rhythms that we put on our body, and we can transfer the media from body percussion to instruments. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's take some of those rhythm patterns and put them with each section. So I might have one rhythm pattern on some plastic containers. I might have one rhythm pattern on a can, so it's got a different sound. I might do one with a shaker, one with a scraper, or one with a claw bass. Let's see what happens. And so on. So that gives you lots of ideas that you can use for these homemade and found instruments. You can also use things that you can find in your kitchen. So I've got, you know, a pot and a wooden spoon, a grater, a sieve. Take a stick, make a great grater, a great grater. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, maybe. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Ti, 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 ta, ta. So you can make up lots of interesting patterns, maybe something ta, za, ta, za, ta, za. You could also make up 2-bar patterns. So really good examples of the sorts of things that you can do, whether it is face-to-face or even remote. So enjoy those. Okay, in this section, we're going to have a look at how we can easily improvise over the refrain or the nas. So we can improvise rhythmically every second bar in the gaps on kitchen, homemade or percussion instruments. So this is the refrain. Na 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 na. That's where we improvise. Na 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 na. Again, improvise. Na 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 na. So rhythmically, making up some lovely little patterns that we've already experienced with our homemade and kitchen instruments. So let's have a go at doing that. Okay, we're going to have a look at improvising over the refrain with some traditional percussion instruments. I have an egg shaker, I have a tambourine, and I also have a djembe. your kitchen instruments, your homemade instruments. So it's every second bar. So after the nas, na 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 na, na 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 na. Here I have a beautiful glockenspiel, has metal bars, and I've set up D pentatonic scale. So a pentatonic scale is a series of 5 notes, and when played in any combination sound really harmonious and beautiful together. So I've taken off some of the bars and I have D, E, F sharp, A and B. All right, so I can also improvise the same way that I did for my rhythmic instruments, for my percussion instruments. I can do it on the glockenspiel as well. Na 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 na, 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 na 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 na, and so on. So a lot of fun on that. I'll also show you on a xylophone and a metallophone. So you can do it really on any instruments where you can remove bars. And these are called ORF instruments. And you can remove bars, and that enables students to have the most success because they only play the notes that sound really, really good with the piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. Na 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 na. 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 Who doesn't love these boom whackers, these fabulous plastic cylindrical tubes, and you need to whack them somewhere? Bottoms. So you can improvise in the refrain section with notes again from the D pentatonic scale. I don't have an F sharp boom whacker, but I've got the other notes, D, E, B and A. So, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Okay, have fun with those. Na 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 na. 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 Even though it can be hard to stand our ground, you won't bring us down. Crazy times we're living in, heads are spinning round, you won't bring us down. Na 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 na. 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 So that's a nice easy part to do. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. So the celebration day on the 5th of November this year, how are we going to celebrate during this COVID period? Are we going to be face to face? Are we going to be allowed to sing or play instruments? Maybe we'll end up doing the Auslan signs because that's safe. Will students still be at home? Will they be able to video themselves? Perhaps we'll have a big virtual choir. I look forward to discussing all of these different options with you in our chat at the end of the workshop. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation and I'll see you shortly. Thank you for watching.
Na, 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 na.